This is NAB Show Live.
I'm your host, Ryan Salazar, and this is NAB Show Live. Today we have a very special guest all the way from Munich, Jan Wehner, CEO of Cinegy. How you doing, sir?
Fine. Thank you very much for having me at the show.
All right, so let's talk about Cinegy, how you guys got started and what you do.
Well, we originally started as an basically offshoot of some BBC documentary series called Planet Earth. That's really where we got our teething, so to speak, into the production world, but we've come a long way from that.
All right, so Cinegy has enabled the creation of streaming channels way before they were a cool thing. So now that streaming is becoming the mainstream thing, where do you go next?
Well, it depends what you call streaming. I mean, when we call streaming, then we think immediately of Netflix and all these other wonderful OTT services. But the real change is happening on the production side. And whilst maybe the traditional broadcast delivery goes away, the way we produce television and film is pretty traditional still in most cases. And there we still face a complete challenge how to deal with the cloud, remote production, and there's still a lot of things to do and a lot of workflows to change.
All right, so 4K has certainly won its marketing prize, and HDR is still working on that profile. But Cinegy and others are already talking about 8K and beyond. So that suggests 4K coupled with HDR is not enough. But what is the rationale for 8K and beyond?
Well, it's the age-old discussion. I mean, if the naysayers said, well, what do we need HD for? Then the discussion, what do we need UHD or 4K for? And the same people say, okay, what do we need 8K for? If it's technically possible, it'll be done. And broadcast has long ceased to be the driving factor here. And I mean, who in their mind is buying a TV set today that is not 4K or UHD right now? You actually will be hard-pressed to find one that isn't, especially in the high-end segment. The driving factor is not who is broadcasting what anymore, but are my games capable to run in 4K? Will Netflix, Hulu, whoever, and all these other new streaming services that we're going to see being introduced this year, they all will offer UHD at least. And I also guarantee you that those will be the first that deliver you 8K streams right to your doorstep. The bandwidth is there, the codecs are there, so it's not a question whether it's going to happen, but when will this be mainstream and when the prices of those screens will come down.
All right, so let's talk about what Cinegy is bringing to the market in the near future and at NAB Show.
Well, of course, our focus is 8K, but also beyond. I mean, we're not limited to 8K. If you really want to produce 8K, then it's good to have some headroom to be able to do 16K maybe. But 8K is the topic, especially in the lights of the 2020 Olympics that are the first global 8K production. So we're showing all of our products 8K ready, 8K capable, and we have done some really, really great advances in our compression technology and also in accelerating our products. So I can do 8K with the same hardware that I used before for 4K. So it's not necessary that you need to throw all the equipment away. You just need to use more clever software. We're showing 8K. We're showing 8K multi-viewer, playout, and we're showing a new product called Cinegy that does 8K, of course also UHD or HD if it has to be, KVM over IP, all integrated because, I mean, one man's game or workstation output is another man's live video signal. And like we're doing it today, it's any PC output is something that you want to consume in the highest quality possible.
All right, so now I'm getting into like important stuff. So I always ask everybody who I interview for pre-NAB and pre-convention type stuff, where do they like to go hang out in Vegas when there's a free moment, or restaurants, or maybe Hoover Dam, that kind of thing. What's your thing?
You see, I'm ultimately boring. I'd like to go back to the hotel room and spend some time with my son.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's great. Excellent. So I'm looking forward to the, I think it's called the SLS. They have a really cool steakhouse downstairs. So we're going to hang out there with some of our crew and Steve and Deanna and everybody. All right. Again, Jan Wehner, CEO of Cinegy. We'll see you at booth SL8716. That's South Lower 8716. See you in Las Vegas.
Thank you very much.